Hey campers, Georgia, back in the man cave. Remember this guy, the Finn Bear from Cold Steel? Well, I found his buddy, the Finn Wolf from Cold Steel. Let's check it out. So a while ago, I got this guy, which is the Finn Bear, and I don't know if you saw the video. I like the knife. I really like the blade, okay? It's it's a Scandi grind, it's Scandinavian influence. You know, you can see that, the Mora style. And I didn't like the handle. The handle was plastic, kind of slippery, wasn't really impressed. So yeah, I was on a leather tear, and I made a leather handle sheath to go over the handle. And then I made a leather sheath for it. See there? So it's all leathery. It was a fun project. And then I was wandering through the internet and discovered this guy, the Finn Wolf. Basically, a folding knife to go with this guy. Well, kind of, same thing. Finn Bear, Finn Wolf, Finn something. And here it is here. And you can see it's just the regular box. And it's Cold Steel. I like Cold Steel. They have some good products that I've bought before. So I wanted to have a look at this. And here it is here. See that? It looks well made. Pretty solid. Very plain folding knife. The thing that is unusual is this whole handle shape thing. And it's kind of thin. But I think they did a good job on it. Let me see if I can open this without cutting myself. This is not an assisted opening or a ball bearing thingy. It's just your plain old folding knife. You know, old school, like me. So there you can see there. And you can see that blade shape again. This is a very popular blade shape. Scandi grind and, yeah, that kind of feels sharp. Now, one of the reasons, and if you look here, you can see it. I'm not big on this, but it says Finn Wolf on the blade. Has your thumb studs on it. I got the green. It comes in different colors, and I can't remember. I think black, green, orange, I think, and I think there's another one. I'll put stuff up here for you. Pocket clip, pretty solid in there. It's not very long. And, you know, it doesn't stick out. It is a thin knife. So they thought about that. It feels nice. The handle, kind of sort of grippy. Same thing again. It's okay. I like it. I mean, it feels fine. Surprisingly, look at that. You know, me and my all palm, no finger grubby. It actually fits right in there. Now, I'm looking at this. Yeah. Look at the cutout there. See that? Right there. And I thought, why did they do that? Initially, I thought it was so that you could get to the thumb stud. It's not. The thumb stud does sit right there. But I don't think that's the reason for that gap. Because when I put my hand on there, look at my finger. It sits right in there. Who would have thunk? And it has the Finn Wolf on the blade. Cold Steel, Taiwan. You know, I know these guys are using different places these days, but Taiwan, unusual. And then I looked at the blade steel. AUS 8A. I heard of AUS 8. I'm not sure what the A is, but I'll find out. And I'll put it up here. Who knows these days? So pretty good. I like it. I like this knife. One thing I will say, I'll put it in here in my hand, and I'm gripping it as hard as I can. That's bothering me. I can feel it. In fact, it marked my hand there. Can you see that? So, but it's reversible. So maybe we'll do that. I'll flip this over to the other side and see if that makes a difference. I think it will be better. I'm not left-handed, but I've got it in my left hand here. feels a little better. It's not digging in my palm. I can feel it on my fingers, and I think that would be better. So something we're going to do. Thumb studs, very nice. I kind of like it. It's not heavy. And of course, it's a lockback. And if you look where the lockback is, kind of in the middle. Normally they're a little bit further back. Oh, wow. Okay. You can see the spring there. It sounds rough. It's not a smooth push down, but I think it's just catching right there. You see there? I think it's just rubbing on the handle, and I think over time that'll go away. You know me, I'm not a big guy for taking them apart, but watching the Knife Doctor, I'm thinking that could be pretty interesting. Problem is that things will pop out and I'll be like, oh, now what? So let's have a look at the dimensions on this thing. By the way, it's something unusual. The handle material, it's an odd name. Griv, Griv-EX. Griv X. Never heard of that? Gotta look that up. I'll put the information here. Wow. I got a lot of stuff I got to get to you. Feels pretty good. It closes fine. How sharp is it? There's a piece of paper. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, I like this AUS 8. I kind of like that still. Same thing on that Swiss Tech knife, the Wardeck. I like the steel on that. Easy to sharpen. Say hello to Mary. What are you doing, girl? This is the new knife. Look. Hey, you didn't do your job on this one. I snuck this in. She didn't see it come in and was in a packet, not a box, so she wasn't really interested. Okay, before we get into dimensions, I looked up the AUS 8A. Now, here's what they say. AUS 8A ranks between 58 and 59 on the Rockwell hardness. It's not bad. It's a respectable rank considering its excellent stainless ability. So this is not going to rust easily. And that's what I've heard about AUS. Now, here's what, AUS 8, we all know it's really high stainless steel and low carbon content on it. Now, what that does is makes it very rust resistant, and it's fairly easy to sharpen. Now, that's the AUS 8. AUS 8A, the difference is the heat treatment, the hardening of it. So that's different because you saw what the Rockwell rating, which I believe is a little bit higher than AUS 8. And so this is the A. That's what I know. Let me find out about this handle material. Grivex is what I'm going to call it. Basically, that Grivex is plastic reinforced with fiberglass. And that's what it's about. Now, it makes it very wear resistant. It's fine. Nothing special about it. They talk about the fact that it's the latest in fiberglass reinforced plastics, and you can see it there. The grippy on it is okay. It's very hard. This is not a soft plastic at all. It's extremely hard. So they say it's durable. Not bad. One thing I'm noticing on the back here, see this? It's kind of scratchy. My hand catches it. But hey, let's get back to those dimensions. So what we're looking at, fully open, from the tip to the butt of the blade, exactly 8 inches from there to there. The blade length from the tip of the blade to the front of the handle, 3.5 inches. The working edge is just a little bit less, that little bit there. Now, it does have a very small, indistinct choil on it there. The ricasso is very small on the front here. Not a big deal. I don't have any there. The edge is not sharp, so you're not going to be striking anything with this. Now, that's something that I was thinking about. Folding knives are really hard to use as a striking thing for a ferro rod or something like that. But if you have a really good, and this is not moving. So this lockback is really tight. I wouldn't have a problem with that. However, I would use the thumb stud just to make me feel better by placing my thumb on it like that and scraping just to give it a little bit extra just in case. If it comes loose, my thumb is on that stud pushing that way. So, if you're going to do that, you've got to be pretty sure about your locking mechanism. But like I said, it's not really sharp here. And, you could really make this nice and sharp. It's pretty flat. And it's not a small knife, 8 inches. The handle, let's have a look at it closed up. Yeah, this, it's a little sticky, and I think it's catching on the handle material, and I think over time wear off. So closed, 4.5 inches. The shape of the handle, like I said, kind of surprised me. You see that? It must be just the way. Oh, okay. You've got that there, that pin. So when this comes up, it clicks into that pin. That's why they have that cut out there. I thought it had something to do with the locking, but it's just because the way they're holding the handle together. It's nice and clean. It's this here. Can you feel that? It doesn't quite line up. You can see the line there. I don't know. I think with this material, you could probably sand that off and get rid of that. I mean, it's not much. Doesn't really show through. That's what was catching me on this end here. I think if I sanded it, it'll be a little bit better. So there you have the dimensions and everything. And, I got this on Amazon. And I went to Smoky Mountain and had a look at it. And I'll put the different links down there for you so that, if you're interested, you can go down there. Sometimes I get commission on it. Doesn't affect your price. But all the links I put down there, not all of them I get anything from. I just think, you need that choice. This is not a bad knife. It actually turned out to be better than I thought it would be. When I first opened it and looked at it, I was like, kind of thin. And speaking of the thin, they've really rounded this off so you don't get that sharp, the sharp edge if they don't round it off, especially on thin knives. I'm going to make some adjustments to this, and I think I might even sand this and then show you it again. We'll see. It's either going to ruin it or fix it. One of the two, and I'll flip the pocket clip over. Well, I can tell you that, surprisingly, these were not very tight. I'm not really well in there. Oh well, let's see. What's the worst that can happen? They put thread lock on there. And my tools are not the best. This is some junky little tool I found. They are not going in there. Oh, there it goes. Huh. Look at me. All doctorish now. Oh, that feels totally different. I've got some 320 grit sandpaper here. I'm just going to try it at the end here because I can feel that edge. Let's see if we can get rid of it without ruining the blade. Oh, look at that. So I sanded it. There you can feel the click. Nothing. So that'll work. I'm just going to finish that up quickly. I'm just going to clean this off quickly. It's got all the dust on it. And you know what? It's meant to be rust resistant. So all I did was just sanded the back here. Now I need to clean it up. Maybe even go with a finer sandpaper just to make it look good. But no more of that edge. Much better finish. And I cleaned up on the back here. So now I don't feel that piece back there. And with that clip on this side now, way better, way better. I can feel it on my fingers, but it's not digging in here. Way better. I like that idea. It doesn't let you go down here, just these two sides here. So because of that, it's tip up only, or maybe I'll take it apart. Look at me getting all surgeon-y. Yeah, this is probably a good knife to practice on because there's a lot of things that I can clean up and make it a little bit better. Learning something new all the time. And I kind of like this now. It feels so much better. Love this blade. And like I said, it's 8 inches. It's not a small blade. And the clip went on there fine. Thumb studs. I think I should have gone with the orange handle. You know me, I like orange. It just helps me find things. By the way, these thumb studs are screw heads if you want to change them to a favorite style. Not bad. Kind of glad I got this thing. A little bit different look at a different knife and not your traditional. Which reminds me, I have some coming in. Be having a look at some traditional knives. I can't get away from those. I love them. So there you go. The Finn Wolf. Look at that. Not bad. All cleaned up and pretty and whatnot. How much did I pay for this? That much. It's not bad. I mean, it has that pretty good steel on it. You know, it'll... You ready? Catch. It's sharp. Just makes a mess. I need to clean up in here. Wow. So there you go. The Finn Wolf folding knife from cold steel. Not bad. Kind of growing on me. Kind of like this. This would be a nice thing for me to... A walkabout knife. You know, this can almost take the place of a fixed blade walkabout knife. I mean, this blade is big enough to do what you need, I think. Clean this up so you can strike with it. It's going to need a sheath. Just saying. You all be safe out there. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Pretty sure I'll be back again with another knife. Maybe I need to go and do some doctoring. I'm serious. You got to look at that guy's channel, The Knife Doctor. Fascinating. He is very knowledgeable, knows his knives, the makers, styles, models, and fiddles with them. Learn a lot from him. Look at me. I almost took this apart. Almost. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.